If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order.
YouTube, what is up? And welcome back to another Weekend League recap. This here is going to be part 1 of this past week's Weekend League. So this is games 1 through 5. If you guys are new to what a Weekend League recap is, we basically recap all 25 games in 5 videos. Every video is going to be 5 games. So once again, this is part 1. Going over games 1 through 5. Tomorrow, we're going to go over 6 through 10. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, baby, so you don't miss it. I actually played my Weekend League off stream this weekend. So all of these 25 games, nobody has seen other than me and the idiots I played. So if you're usually in the stream and that's why you don't watch the Weekend League recaps, these are going to be all new games for you. So that is pretty cool as well. And of course, as always, before we get into the gameplay, we got to go over the best and the worst comment of the day. The best comment of the day coming from Anthony Peterson, who said, buy your ebook and got 19 wins in Weekend League. And I beat like 6 top 50 players. Good job, Anthony. I'm very proud of you. And hey, anybody else who's watching, this is a customer testimonial that my ebook will help you improve. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I made an offensive ebook that details my entire game plan over at insanemaddenclips.com. I go over every route combo and every detail I use in my offense. So you guys can go learn it over there and hopefully improve just like our man Anthony did. I don't know if your name's Anthony or what, bro. And the worst comment of the day coming from Dixie Normus, who said, I love you, Maze, even if you're the most annoying leprechaun I've ever seen. Thanks, Dixie. Getting into part 1 of the Weekend League recap, boys. This is the team. On the surface, everything looks almost identical, but you might be noticing a backup quarterback we added, and his name is Michael Thick Dick Vic. He's got 93 speed. We added Escape Artist, and that was really just to get rid of the 3 AP we used on our O-line that we weren't really super thrilled about after last week's Weekend League. And then on defense, we added Deion Sanders, who does not fit into our Raiders theme team, but you see his stats are still pretty good. 96 speed, 96 zone, 96 man. The one issue with Deion is his press is like 82. So if you do press with him, which you're going to see in my games, I press quite a bit, and I end up paying the price for it. So getting into game 1, you see this purple loading screen. When it takes extremely long, it's usually only supposed to take about 30 seconds. But when it takes like a minute and a half, you know that you're about to disconnect. And last week, if you guys remember, I disconnected in my very first game. And so getting into game 1 of this week, we got another disconnect, and I was extremely pissed because I'm like, dude, back-to-back weeks, someone on EA doesn't like me, but we ended up getting the victory. I was super surprised by that because almost every time I have a disconnect of that nature, I feel like I get the loss. So that was already a W. That was a sign that this was going to be a good weekend. And so we're starting off hot with a victory, and we didn't even have to work for it. It was just a free victory, and I'll take the free dubs all day, man. Now getting into game 2, which is actually really game 1, we're starting on the offensive side of the ball. You see we're waiting on this deep crossing route to Devin Hester. He makes a great toe-tapping catch on the sideline, and now we sub in Michael Vick. His first carry for us, we run a screen, try to roll out, and Lawrence Taylor hawks us down, strips Michael Vick like the dirty little slut he is, and Phillips is off to the races. Now, nobody was around, but thankfully he ran out of gas, and Cordero was able to run him down and stop him at the 4-yard line. And that's going to actually prove to be pretty big because on 1st and goal, we shoot the gap, hit him in the backfield. On 2nd and goal, guess what? We shoot the gap, hit him in the backfield. And now on 3rd and goal, I don't know what happened on 3rd and goal because I didn't show it, but 4th and goal, he had a kick. So we ended up getting the stop. That tackle by Cordero Patterson proves to be pretty big because it saves us 4 points off the board. And now we have an opportunity to go down and take a lead. That was a coach suggestion play. I don't know what play that was or why I called it, but we ended up getting a pretty big gain out of it. Now 3 minutes in the first half, we end up dotting and get in the end zone. So we take our lead. Our offense is now on the board. Things are going good. And honestly, I don't know if I trust Michael Vick anymore after that fumble. That was a pretty bad way to start his career with our team, okay? Because I only brought him on for design quarterback runs. Give me that shit. Diablo with the interception, user lurk. And obviously, you guys can see this guy is not the greatest opponent, and usually in your first few games, you're going to get matched up with some teams that are below average. So we get the lurk, we make up for our first turnover, and then now we're going for another 2-point conversion. We convert once again, and now we've kind of flipped the script on this game because, I mean, we opened it pretty rough with that fumble, which looked like it was going to be a fumble 6. We hold strong in the red zone, and it's just been floodgates ever since. I mean, we get another interception right there. Diablo with the 2nd user lurk of the game. We are now up 13 points with a minute left in the first half. And we got to score here because I believe this guy is getting the ball to start the second half. So it would be nice to go up by 2 possessions. But But with only 25 seconds left, we're going to have to, get some big chunk plays right here. We're waiting for this crosser, waiting to see if it's open. We end up getting it, and he tried to user it, but he was using Jack Youngblood, who's probably not the best guy to run toe-for-toe with Devin Hester, of all people. And we follow that up with another touchdown, and then my peer conceded the game. 2-0 now, heading into game 3, and feeling like we got a little momentum on our side, man. After that disconnect victory, I just felt like when I was sitting here playing, I was like, man, I feel good right now. There's no way that this bum-ass Steelers theme team even stands a chance, especially when this guy's doing under center runs. You can just tell when someone comes out of the gate under center running the ball, usually indicates to me that they just don't have dots, all right? I mean, I get running the ball if you have a lead or if you're trying to chew clock at the end of half or at the end of the game, but if you're coming out of the gate under center, man, I don't know. It tells me everything I need to know. But this guy quickly makes me eat my words as he dots to the sideline. Plaxico Burress, man, why'd you have to do me like that on 4th down 2? Now we're on offense and we're trying to get Vic going. And as you guys can see, we do get some space, but it wasn't very clean. I don't know. I could have easily been tackled right there. So that run just to me didn't look like it was something I could make a living off of. So I don't know how to feel about that, man. We dot to Darren Waller. We get into his territory now at the 33-yard line. Another dot to Waller, and he's up the sideline, making a man miss. And we're inside the 5 now towards the end of the first quarter. Vic coming out again, and this time he's got a little bit more space. And something I noticed is that obviously Vic being a lefty, rolling out left to his dominant hand, even if you're not throwing the ball, is much quicker than rolling out to the right. Because when you roll out to the right, you got to like do a little spin move around and get to the outside. When you roll to the left, you just get to take off sprinting. So our next drive on defense, we get the interception. I told you guys this guy didn't have dots. You should have listened to me. All right, why didn't you listen to me? It doesn't matter, though. We end up giving him the ball right back. And I just want to give a shout out to number 75 for blocking absolutely fucking nobody. He easily could have helped right there with a double team, but he decided to just sit there and jerk off on the field. Puts us in a 4th and 26. Dan Marino stepping up in the pocket. We got great pocket this time, but unfortunately his zone drops were just in the perfect spot. I tried to throw that late. It was kind of like a last-ditch effort. I kind of knew it wasn't going to be caught. But we give him the ball right back. So that turnover obviously didn't do much for us. But as I told you guys earlier in the game, this guy did not have dots. He was throwing into coverage every single time. Ronnie Lott with another interception. And now it's time for Vic to try to make something happen. And he gets out of there, man. He does get out of there. But like I said, didn't look super clean. Didn't have a lot of space. We get like 30 yards, which was dope. But as I said, I don't really feel comfortable making a living off that run. So again, just not something that I was super happy about. We got to the flats. That's Jerry Rice into the end zone. And we take a 7-point lead. Going for 2 once again. Looking for our in route. I was going to say running back, but it looks like the in route was wide open as well. We convert the 2-point conversion. And this is why I'm so high on going for 2. This guy scored first, and he went for 1. I scored second. I went for 2. I scored third. I went for 2 again. And now he's down 2 possessions. So I haven't even really done much defensively to earn that. I've gotten 1 turnover that led to points, and we're still up 2 possessions just from the 2-point conversions. But that didn't last for long because Aaron Donald, the big boy with the big gut and the big butt, that motherfucker do be thick, though. But the tipped interception from Aaron Donald extends our lead to 16. And then at the end of half, my opponent couldn't do anything with the remaining time. And I want to give a shout out to myself right here because this is maybe the best pocket I've ever had. That's something I've been working on, is stepping up in the pocket with these post-ups. You see, he gets a block shed to the outside. Running back picks it up. Then he gets 2 other block sheds to the outside. I step up, kind of maneuver my way around so I could make this throw to Devin Hester, who was wide open. And honestly, that was a perfect example of how to utilize your pocket. Even when they get block sheds, he got 3 block sheds on that play, and we were still able to step up and maneuver to get more time. And after that, it was just pretty much GG's. My opponent threw a pick, and I just ran the ball, chew clock. He threw another pick. We ran the ball, chew more clock, and I'm up 23, so at that point, let's just call it a game. 3-0, moving on to game 4. We get matched up with a St. Louis kid, and he's a Rams fan. I'm sorry that your team left you, buddy, but I'm still going to take them cheeks. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, 2nd and 10. You see we had a wide open Darren Waller, who probably would have scored right there, but it's overthrown just because of under pressure. Then we get caught a 4th and 1, so early we're starting a little rusty, and I don't like starting rusty. We survive. We live to fight another down. We get a fresh set of downs, and now we're going for a cover 2 beater, but it looks like he's running man coverage. Offensive line holds up our blocks pretty well. We end up finding a post route that beats his man. That was Jalen Ramsey getting toasted by Jerry Rice. Love to see it. And we get caught at another 4th and 8. Thankfully, again, we come up big with a dot to Cordero Patterson, but we're getting a lot of fourth downs here on this opening drive. That's not usually a good sign of the drives to come because that's not sustainable. That's not a way to make a living, but thankfully, Michael Thick Dick Vic gets into the end zone there. So despite a rough first drive, we end it with 6 points. 2-point conversion was no good, but points are points. I will take it. And honestly, our defense has been playing phenomenally. So if we can get points on offense, I think our defense is going to hold up pretty well. I was wrong. Deshaun Jackson, the new Raider, up the middle, splits our cover 2, gets a pretty big gain to the 24-yard line where his drive continues. He's dropping back and he gets hit. You see, we're getting a lot of pressure in there from our blitzes, but they're just not leading to sacks. They keep leading to these little tipped passes, and my opponent kind of diagnosed this. He kind of realized what defense I was running. He started checking it underneath quite a bit. 3rd and 12 here. Beautiful play by Jesse Bates to come over from an inside third. I honestly thought that was open. I thought that was a good read by him, but Jesse Bates in the inside third rotates all the way across the field, undercuts the post route, and gets the interception. You saw Jesse Bates was lighting up on that play. I do believe that was mid-zone KO that lit up and led to that interception. So mid-zone KO, while it's inconsistent, I do feel sometimes is huge in making game-changing plays just like that. 3rd and inches. Now Michael Vick takes off for the first down, but gets his clock cleaned in the process. But I don't really care as long as he doesn't fumble, because Michael Vick honestly is getting like 1 to 2 carries a drive. So I'm not really worried about him and his fatigue or taking hits like that. As long as he doesn't fumble, I'm good. We get caught in a pretty bad situation. It's 3rd and goal from the 18, and we whip out our trademark patented 18-yard whip route. If you want to take another look, I would say that my style of play is what would happen if you mixed Jeffrey Dahmer with a Jamba Juice employee, because I'm putting kids in a blender.
From me to you, bro, as a friend, you gotta stop.
The 2-point conversion, we get Michael Vick dropping back again, and once again, despite him running around for a minute, we get tackled and the 2-point conversion fails. So they were 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions, which is not very good. And just a little something to think about at halftime, you know? Times ran out, but Ronnie Lott said, hey, take that one to the locker room with you, Devin. Little fumble just for show. We didn't get any points out of it, but that felt good to clean his clock. But coming out of halftime, man, they started targeting our boy Deion. And I mentioned earlier about his low press. And pair that up with Acrobat, you guys are going to see over the course of these 25 games of Weekend League, that exact situation happened probably 7 or 8 times. Deion was just getting toasted all day, and then with Acrobat, he wasn't even going for tackles. He was just diving and missing. So we gave up a lot of touchdowns with Deion this weekend. Thankfully, though, our offense fires back right there. We get a quick touchdown of our own. We're still up by 11 points, and at this point, we switched our 2-point play because we're 0 for 2. We got to switch it up somehow, and the second play was a lot more successful. So now we are up 13 points. It's his ball again. We're late in the 3rd quarter. As long as I don't give up a quick touchdown, I think we're going to be good to go. So we're playing a little bit more conservative defense, making sure we don't do anything stupid. A play action right here, rolling out with Jim Kelly. A good dot from him to Cooper Kupp. And I got to say, I do respect this guy. He is using a legit Rams theme team. And a quick dot right there to Deshaun Jackson gets him in the end zone. So we didn't want to give up a quick touchdown, but we did, in fact, give up a quick touchdown. He goes for the onside kick. I don't think he really trusted his defense to get a stop. But the problem with that is I'm already up 6 points. There's still a good amount of game left. And you just gave me the ball in field goal range. So I don't really have to do anything. I can just kick my field goal, go up 2 possessions, and essentially win this game. Incredibly stupid, in my opinion, to go for the 2-point conversion. The only thing stupider than that is on 3rd and 10, me rolling out Vic and taking a 17-yard loss to put me out of field goal range. So this guy gifted me a field goal, and then I completely screwed it up. We go with the 1-play touchdown. He ran a cover 4. I got the look I wanted, and I think I threw it a little bit too early because I don't know how that wasn't a touchdown on that 4th and long. But now we're only up 6 points. He has an opportunity for a money drive to go down and win this game, and this is entirely my fault. I played it way too lax. I guess I didn't even realize the situation, and by putting myself out of field goal range, I gave him a really good opportunity to win. 3rd and 18, he converts, now in my territory with plenty of time to go. We're sending the dogs, man. I'm starting to get a little nervous that I'm going to lose the St. Louis kid, so we start sending just crazy pressure at him, hopefully forcing him to make a bad read, and we do succeed in that. He throws it into triple coverage. Deion Sanders, who got toasted earlier in the game, comes up big with a tipped interception, which is going to clinch the game for us. So with that victory, we're now 4-0 going into the last game of the episode. And you might be noticing my opponent has a Jets theme team, which I honestly think is probably the best theme team right now. It's probably going to be the new meta in the MCS, and you guys are going to be seeing a lot of it in Weekend League. Jets theme team on offense, you got Robbie Anderson with 99 speed. You got Brandon Marshall, who was, I think, 98 speed. And then you just got a new Jamal Adams card. There's a lot of good guys on the Jets theme team. Doesn't really matter, though. We come out swinging with a one-play score. We convert the two-point conversion. So we're up 8-0 with, super early in the game. And we get him in a 4th down on his opening set of downs. And we turn the ball over. So starting a game like that where you score on your first play, you get the 2-point conversion, and then you force him to go 4 and out. I mean, I would be shocked if I don't destroy this guy's cheeks this game. Now we're 1st and goal. You see Vic is kind of being the one to take the reins now. Quarterback, a high pass to Darren Waller. A great ball from Vic. And just like that, we're up 14-0, going for another 2-point conversion. And another 2-point conversion hits. So a 16-0 lead. This guy has shown absolutely nothing on offense. And if I was him, I'd be getting a little worried. That's a pretty good dot right there, though, to Robbie Anderson. Over the middle, across midfield now. And we get another sack, though. So he's in a 2nd and 19 again. Again, he throws a dot over the middle to Robbie Anderson. He's running just straight verticals out of bunch, motioning out a guy, max protecting every time. And he dots again Robbie Anderson with a touchdown. So now the 2-point conversion is going to come up to determine if this is going to be a game. We get the stop, and so now it's not really a game. We're still up 10 points. We're still up full 2 possessions, and we're getting the ball back with an opportunity to go up 3 possessions. Cordero Patterson, our MVP, off to the races on the kickoff. On this touchdown, we are only going to be kicking the extra point. We're not going for 2 because that extends our lead to 17. And as you guys know in Madden, 17 is the magic number. When you go up by 17, you win. My opponent launches one deep to Robbie Anderson again. Somehow he makes the catch. And I just don't even know. Robbie Anderson was making every catch for this guy. Another catch by guess who? Robbie Anderson. Just like that, he's inside the 10-yard line, down to the 1, and a QB sneak gets him across the goal line for another touchdown. So now we're only up 10 points again. We got to score again. He runs some crazy, stupid, idiot defense, and Darren Waller just runs right past his user. With 1 minute in the first half, we have the ball in the red zone looking to score. So I chewed down a lot of clock. We're in a 3rd and 7 right here. We throw it to Cordero, who gets hit into the end zone, and with 11 seconds, our lead is 3 possessions again. So going into half, we were up 3 possessions. We played the clock perfectly, and that pretty much, extinguished any hopes of a comeback flame that this man had. He takes back-to-back sacks to start the drive. 4th and 15 here for my opponent. This is definitely for the game right here. He goes with a 1-play touchdown, and he launches it deep. And man, don't tell me. All right, I thought that was going to be Robbie Anderson. That was Plaxico Burress, who I forgot to mention also, I believe, has 98 speed on the Jets theme team. But we followed up with a masterful bait. As you guys know, I am the master of baiting. I am a masturbator. But on that 4th down interception, I believe that ices the game. I think my opponent quit out after that. Yeah, see ya, buddy. You're out of your league, son. And with that win, we go 5-0. If you guys want to see games 6 through 10, tune in tomorrow as we continue this weekend league recap. And you guys can see how we finished on the weekend. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow.
Now I'm on the outside.